Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, the 14th of June, 2022. Full moon today, so that's exciting. Ranger likes being in the videos, I think now. I don't think he understands what's going on in these things. um, oh my goodness, another frustrating 24 hours. No surprises there. Omar Al Gabra, or whatever his name is, transport minister, such a terrible, disastrous employee, I guess. I don't know what you would call him. And just again, just more information being thrown out there about how he was like going off of misinformation in order to make his decisions on travel mandates. No surprises there, because I've been sending him and his team and so many different people in government the actual like released Pfizer trials, the like a lot of leaked government data, like leaked scientific stuff that was shared from outside of Canada and the U.S. And yeah, and so just like a lot of things again being pushed, and it has been pushed for years now. And I'll throw Marco Mendoncini in there as well, because he should know better, and people are still assuming or believing that there was a an attempted coup at the in our capital freaking region, just like they think the same thing with that happened in Washington D.C. And again, these are there's so much misinformation, and if people like Global Affairs or CSIS or CSEC or whoever actually wanted to just like sit down and talk through these things, or look at what I'm sharing with you as well, especially people I've worked with before and we have good relationships. So like just like listen to what I'm just read what I'm sharing. But anyways, easily could be clarified or things discussed, and and so we can do it that way, right? Like I'm open to sitting down with like literally anyone and talking through this. Um, I know I have coffee, tea. I'll bring I'll have snacks out. I have whiteboards here. Anyways, like more than welcome. And yeah, so like the stage coup thing too. Like I don't know if anyone's familiar with Raging Dissident. He's more on other platforms because he's definitely very censored because of the things he says and the people he brings on to his podcasts or shows, whatever you want to call them. It's a little spicy sometimes. Anyway, and so, but yeah, they had this fake country or fake organization called Diagalon, and it was like it was a literal joke, just because of from what I'm being led to believe, anyways, like because it's been a running joke for like a long time now, but and how like in Canada there's only like people that are pushing to end mandates and the coercion and like lying about so many other things, like even again with what's going on in Europe, with what's going on, sharing more information that confirmed that there's 46 biolabs in Ukraine. This is significant. Confirmed more and more that the human rights person that Ukraine had, she was fired for propaganda and lying about things that happened to people, that not only didn't happen, but it was actually their own people that did what they were alleging that other people did, and caused a lot of animosity that was needless when there's already like a really tense, volatile situation ongoing. And so why yeah, and the media plays into this as well. And I've offered to provide hostile environment awareness training to media like CTV and CBC, and I don't know even where that went. Like no one wants to train anymore either, right? So like I understand that even in the last 2 years, people are just being more lazy in multiple levels of government and news, and getting away with it, and that's fine. But yeah, just like more interesting stuff. And yeah, so like Diagalon, like this, like people of all levels of government and people like in Ottawa, especially, they were convinced that this was like a real um, organization or whatever you want to call it, and it was not. It was a and anyway. And if they would have just asked, they would have known that. But so many interesting things going on right now, and I don't know if this is just like another distraction for like just like so many other organizations that are coming under more scrutiny, and there's a lot more questions being asked, especially with NASA and like SpaceX and so many other government organizations, and more more interest in like 28-day moon cycles, new moon versus full moon. Like these are 28-day cycles. If you count it out, today's a full moon, and so if you count 28 days from now, um, then there'll be another one, and so on. So these are all interesting things, and I think I've talked a little bit about that. My own like theories or questions now about the moon, and if it's what actually goes behind or in front of the sun during solar and lunar eclipse, or if it's a possible black sun that does its rotation and hidden from view, our view. Because like I've seen moons before too, just before they've gotten full and very light in the sky, so that could possibly be even like an X-ray projection, possibly, I don't know. And some kind of a reflection from our own terrain. All interesting theories, but if that's the case, that means that we've been lied to about that. And more theories out there about like the Earth being possible like flat or simulation for sure, but like in this reality that's being created or designed for us, it's like a flat Earth with like a dome or a firmament or whatever you want to call it on the top that we've apparently not been able to penetrate during this rotation or cycle or whatever you want to call it. And it's leading people on random different conspiracy journeys to the north, which is possibly west, which is possibly down, and then east, which is possibly out to the perimeter of what our known beliefs are about like what our geographical terrain features are or whatever. There could be hidden land on the exterior. I think I've talked about that before, and how aliens could possibly be just other species on Earth, more developed or less developed, I don't know, depending on where they've evolved or landed or survived or whatever. Because sometimes we adopt the like certain different unique characteristics based on different ecosystems or whatever. Like even goldfish, if you leave them in the dark for an extended period of time, like I don't even know, maybe 24 hours, maybe more, but they turn white. And so even humans too, like if we're in cave systems or tunnels, I think over time we'd get like lighter skin, possibly like different types of like eye features and ear features, and who knows. And there's still talk about, another conspiracy theory is that there's going to be a hoax alien invasion, and these aircrafts and lasers and whatever are going to be possible, like, you know, projections on the sky, and then real crafts, land, sea, and air, but that are government like aircraft and vehicles that are used against people, which is interesting and scary, terrifying. Yeah, it's like, so these are just like all ongoing things that are making it more and more mainstream, and so yeah, and it's like other things that I can't even say on here, but that I would like to possibly talk with our own government and like sit down and have some tea or whatever, and just like discuss possible like short-term, medium, and long-term like possible threats and risks to Canada and Canadians, and yeah, I'll do it for free. I also wanted to talk about child abductions, because that's something I've talked about in past videos and past stories on social media, and then it was just talked about in the last couple of days again. More in Halifax, but it is what it is. But there's over 25,000 children that are abducted in Canada annually, and times that by 10 for America, because they have 10 times the population of Canada, roughly ish, and maybe 9 now. Anyways, whatever, it is what it is. But we need to like start looking more into these things. Okay, that's a significant number. There's also a significant number of adults as well that go missing. It's more, I believe, but I haven't looked at that in like the stats in over a year on those. But yeah, these are all very significant things. It's all very much tied to human trafficking for so many different reasons, and I can verify this more with people if they want to, again, like sit down and in a secure area, and people that are paid to know this stuff, right? I can share the information. So I wanted to keep this one short. And so I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and breathing in and out of their nose, staying hydrated, filtering water, and getting out in the sun. Oh yeah, and I've been looking more at the sun just for my own experiment. And because like apparently there's like healing rays with it, and I've also been trying to look at it to see if it's also like a light reflection. And but that's like dilating my eyes, and I'm going back to neurofeedback too. So like that's why like my eyes seem a little bit more, I don't know, like the pupils are more dilated, or what do you want to call it, but I've noticed that they are because of the more sun gazing I'm doing too. So anyway, that's just food for thought, and I hope everyone has a good day.